Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you all and congratulate yourself from my side that you took this effort of initiating that you would like to learn about the stock market and all. I am not sure about the background of all of you. It may be a possibility that some of you would be completely novice to the stock market and some others would be like experts already and would still want to learn something new. Uh, I will start with the introduction from my side, and then we will go into the details of the VLP program and how we are actually doing the trading and all those things. I'll be sharing some of the tools which we built, and then how we identify good trades, how we are doing trades day in, day out, how the just give me 1 second. Okay, I will also be sharing that how we interact with each other after the training. And I'm really proud in terms of telling that we have a team of around 150 traders right now who were part of VLP at some or the other time. And second is we of course have lot of experts, including people who are more experienced than me into the stock market, and then of course really great traders in the VLP team, and I'm really proud of my team basically. So that is one key thing, which is basically before even starting, I would like to convey that it's a journey which is going to get started, and then it will definitely bring everyone onto the next level, including myself. So whenever I conduct the VLPs, basically I feel that I am getting better with each round of VLP, when I'm interacting with a lot of traders who are already into the market from quite some time, a lot of newbies who are actually really willing to learn a lot. And then, of course, it actually creates my own better version each time when I'm conducting the VLP basically. So let's quickly start. I will start with the content. This session will cover who we are, who is the Market Crux, what is the VLP training program, why you should be attending the VLP, what does VLP offers in terms of overall training program, takeaways from once you are done with the VLP, what are your takeaways basically, what will you take out of the VLP, and scheduled registration and fee details. So this one presentation will cover few aspects in terms of commonly asked questions that, okay, if I want to join a training program for stock trading, what am I going to get? And this session is, as I said, that it's completely free, it's completely voluntary. It's not mandatory that someone has to join. If you feel convinced enough, then you can join the VLP. If you don't feel, still I can guarantee you that you will be taking few really good inputs by the time you will exit from this session basically. So again, I will be very upfront. It's not an advertisement. It's completely voluntary session. If you want to join VLP, well and good. If you don't want to, it's completely your decision, and we respect that decision. You will still be part of our free The Market Crux channel, where more than 10,000 members are actively following, and then they are actually taking the ideas every day. They do a lot of, we also share a lot of free learnings. Some of the parts are from the VLP, and then some other parts basically where we get anything which is really useful for traders. We would definitely like to share basically. Then this first question comes that if the Market Crux is a free channel, you provide all the ideas daily free, and then you share some learning stuff as well. In fact, there are 6 strategies being shared on the Market Crux channel in past. So if you, any one of you have any curiosity about why there are no strategies and all, you can definitely check on the Market Crux channel. There are older posts. You just need to scroll up. There were 6 strategies being shared completely free of cost. Those are my signature strategies coming from my experience into the stock market from so many years, and those you can use. Start making small trades, small money if you are completely newbie, and then definitely once you get some confidence, then you can go for the professional training as well. So that entire channel, all the free stuff remains as is. But when it comes to spending dedicated efforts and when it comes to bringing you at par, we will definitely kind of provide the professional assistance and guidance to everyone who is interested. And the VLP program is completely out of that. So I started this channel completely like to share my knowledge in education stuff and then to build a community of traders. Later on during the course of the journey, people started asking that why don't you give some professional guidance, and we would be happy to pay you for your time and efforts and knowledge basically. And that's how we started. Right now, if you let's just proceed. So if you see, the Market Crux is a small team right now, and we are hardcore traders by heart. Okay, so we are not an institute, we are not an educational institute who would teach you a lot of theoretical knowledge and then let you go and try your luck into the stock market. No, we are not that actually. We in fact don't even have a valid website or a SEBI registration. A reason being, we are hardcore traders by profession, and that's what is the main profession we have. But along with that, of course, spreading education is another aspect which we would definitely like to work on. um, if anyone is able to hear, just confirm me once again, because it's I think second time I am getting that my voice is not through. So is it with everyone, or anyone of you is able to hear me? Great. So I think it's a problem at your end. I guess the person will get to know from the chat window. Fine. So basically, we as a team have a combined experience of around 30 years into the stock market. Myself, Mukesh, and I am based out of Pune, and we have like some of the core team members in Pune and then spread across the country. Then the extended team of VLPNs basically, which is around 150 right now. And then, of course, a much larger family of the Market Crux channel. So that's the base we have. I have been trading into the stock market since 2006, so it's been around 12 years now. Have done every single thing which a newbie would do. So started with like wrong trades, taking trades and then making them, converting into the investments, burning my fingers, burning my pocket, the whole trading account. I have done everything. And I really feel it bad when people actually ask me that, okay, I'm down by like say 5 lakh rupees already, and then still I got a couple of lakh rupees in my account. Give me some really good trade ideas so that I can recover my losses. It really feels bad when I hear all these things, because this has happened with me as well, and it really hurts to the core when we are actually losing the money. It takes a little common sense, a good approach, a systematic approach basically to make money into the stock market, and the uh, vast majority fails to apply that common sense. That's the problem basically. It's not about finding a holy grail. It's not about finding a multi-bagger stock or a multi-bagger trade. It's all about discipline and doing this work as a profession. If trading excites you, if it gives you pleasure, if you feel like after smoking cigarette or after drinking couple of drinks, the feeling which you get, the same feeling is coming from the trading, then you are not yet a professional trader. Professional trading is literally a boring thing where you have to keep on repeating the good decisions, right decisions, follow the rules and regulations day in, day out, every single day. That's professional trading. And there is no trader. I have been with Connect with good over more than 1,000 traders across country right now. And I haven't seen any single trader yet who doesn't make losses. Everyone, including myself, loss is a regular practical reality that will happen. The only thing which we have to make sure is that we are making less losses and more profits from the stock market. And that's where the professional training comes into the picture. That's where the professional trading comes into the picture. where you should be having end-to-end setup. So we are going to talk about all these details in the subsequent slides. So we use proprietary cutting-edge methods for successful trading. It is successful for me. It is successful for lot many VLPNs, and it is successful. It will be successful for everyone who is adopting it. Again, I would like to reiterate that I am not SEBI registered research analyst. I do not sell tips. I do not provide any portfolio management services to the public. I do not give any expert advisories onto the stock recommendations. I trade myself. I am a trader. I do share my ideas free of cost. I do not sell them. The only commercial interest I have is like if I am teaching my strategy and techniques, then I will charge for that. We do train individuals to become self-sufficient stock traders so that they don't need anyone's help. So I would kind of go back and check that, okay, if there is an advisory, how much they would charge. On an average, minimum 5,000 rupees per month is the advisory charges in India. And then at the same time, they might give you some recommendations which are not up to the mark. So finding a good advisor is also a big task basically in India. And second thing is when it comes to learning from the stock market itself, which is the harsh reality of majority of traders basically. So what they do is they will start with some money. Thanks to all these discount brokers and all the technologies through which you can definitely create a new demat account instantly. You just place a request today and tomorrow your demat account will be ready. You can push some money into that account and start trading. Punching orders is the simplest thing, the most easiest thing which you will do when you are trading. But when to punch the order, what to trade, how to manage your trade, that is something which people start learning after making some losses basically. So that's the big problem. We don't walk without learning crawling. We don't run without learning how to walk. We don't ride bicycle without learning how to ride it. We don't drive car without learning how to drive the car, but we do trade without learning how to trade. So that's the problem basically. That's the issue. And that is what you have to fix. Some of the people are smart enough, they would like to learn first. I have been into like many sessions and came across some of the smart people who would say that, sir, we don't have the demat account yet. We have never traded. It's a complete blank slate and you have to teach us. That's the best possible scenario basically. It will be approximately not more than 8 o'clock basically. I'll give you some question and answer sessions as well. The question was that what time the webinar will end. So I'm still targeting that 8 p.m. I'll be ending the webinar basically, including some questions basically. So we do train individuals and we do make profits by trading every single day. Live trades, live screenshots are being shared on the Market Crux channel as well as into the team channel as well. The difference is that on the Market Crux, you will get the call tip in the morning, which is absolutely free of cost. You can do your own analysis and you can also take the trade along with us and we will give you the output. Whereas in the VLP team group, we will also share the rationale behind those trades. And of course, once the training is done, people will also understand that why we took that particular trade basically. Whether it's getting passed or failed, whether we are making profits or losses, it's a different thing altogether. But the logic behind that particular trade, people will get to know if they are part of the VLP team basically. So that's the difference. VLP program is basically VLP is the full form of VLP is virtual learning program. It's a carefully designed learning experience for individuals. It is mixed of video content, text, audios, games, and a lot of good stuff. So we make sure that the learning is fun. Then, of course, it is consist of 4 days of self-learning, covering the key concepts which a person needs to know to make good profitable trades. We will have 1 day's online session to build end-to-end trade setups. I will cover those trade setups as well what kind of assistance you will get into the live market after you build the setup. And then we will have 15 days of personal mentoring and lifetime access of the group, where you will be basically keep on improving your trading skills basically. So this is the entire package of VLP program. Now, once you are done with the VLP, let me just show you something. I'm just sharing my whole desktop so that all of you are able to see what I'm showing. Just give me a confirmation if you are able to see your Excel now. You should be able to see your Excel. Yeah, great. So this is basically our live tracker. Every single day, every VLP member is able to get some good 8 to 10 trade ideas basis on the little complex but yet simple enough logic basically. So it takes us around 45 minutes to 1 hour every day in the evening. Around after 5:30, 6 o'clock, we can get a start with our end of the day data analysis. End of the day data analysis will give you this portion which you are able to see over here. It will give you 8 to 10 good trade ideas which you can focus on next day, along with what should be your buy entry level, what should be your targets, what should be your stop loss. For the same scripts, as an intraday trader, I don't care whether I am market is going up or market is going down during the session basically. I will be ready to capture all sort of opportunities, and that is why all the good trade ideas which we generate, all of you who are part of the Market Crux channel should be already aware that we share always buy levels as well as sell levels both. The reason behind that is I would like to trade along with the market trend. Okay, so we are not adamant, we are very flexible traders. We want to trade only where the market is going, only where the stock price is going. So we have buy levels, sell levels, buy targets, sell targets, everything in place basically. So this is in Google spreadsheet. The sheet which you are able to see is in Google spreadsheet. It automatically refreshes the information every 1 minute. So this portion up to column G, and this you are going to build. I am not going to give you a cooked solution already. VLP program will cover this, how to build this Excel right from ground up, how to calculate these levels, everything will be covered. So each VLP team member will have access or will have a version of their own. How we choose the stocks and levels, that is the part of VLP basically. And that's a little complex process, cannot be covered into this session. But this is what at the end a VLPN gets basically. So they will create their own Excel sheet, Excel setup, which will give this much of information basis on end of the day data analysis. After column G, everything is basically live. So this comes from Google Finance. We pull the current market price. We also scan if there is any open equals to high or open equals to low stock is there. If open equals to low and my entry level comes, I will be confident to buy that stock. If open equals to high and my sell level comes, I will be more confident to short that stock because open equals to high already and the stock is declining in the price. So this sheet is a single source of information for every VLPN. They just need to keep on watching this sheet. When a stock comes to nearby its a sell level. So this is the sell level for Cholamandalam Finance. If you see over here, 1566.5. If this price hits, I will go short. Current market price is 1567.85. Approximately 1 rupees 50 paisa above my sell level. And this sheet starts telling us that this particular stock is coming onto the sell level. So you can open the stocks chart into your terminal. And once you open the chart, there is a specific chart setting, which is also part of the VLP program. When that chart setting comes, we take a trade. You know what is the target price. So this target price, you can place an order to book your short position, and you also know the stop loss as well. So you will put a stop loss order also, and then you can just trade the trade. If it hits the stop loss, we will exit from the trade with booking our losses. If hits target, then we will be booking our profits basically. Now, if you see, there are few things behind column O as well. So you will get to know what should be my trade size. This gets again calculated basis on your capital deployed into trading account basically. So if this current position size is basis on 25,000 rupees in your capital. I will be covering all these things. Please keep your questions noted down at your end, or maybe I will scroll up. But by the end of the session, you will get to know all the details basically. So every person who is joining the VLP program will build this sheet for themselves. We do not provide this sheet as is, as in subscription. It is part of the learning program, and you will be able to build yourself. Basis on 25,000 rupees capital, this should be your per trade size. So you know that what is the buy level, you know that what is the quantity which I need to trade. So if you see over here, Cholamandalam Finance, I am going to short it. My 25,000 rupees is my capital into account. 32 shares of 1566 I will be trading basically. There is a specific logic which basically takes care of your money management and risk management part. If I am going to short 32 shares on terminal, if my profit reaches 406 rupees, I will book my profits and exit from this trade. If my stop loss hits 203 rupees will be my loss. So this tracker also guides every single person that how much is your risk and how much is your profit targets. It is always 1:2 risk to reward ratio. It is completely guided way of trading. You yourself will build this tracker if you join VLP, and then once you build this tracker, you just every day need to update the data, filter out the high probability stocks, and trade with completely controlled manner basically. So if you see along with the signal like near sell, if you see over here for Hero Moto, the sell has been triggered at 3650 rupees level, and the target was 3637, which is also hit, and current market price is 3630. So this tracker will also tell you that sell has been already triggered and target is also achieved. If it is between, like sell is triggered and price is above 3637, then in that case it will show only sell is triggered, not yet the target is achieved basically. So this cell will remain blank. The moment it hits the target, you will get another signal. The target has been hit already. You should have booked this position. If the order is already into the system, it will automatically get triggered. If not, then you definitely need to manage your trade. Either you exit or you start looking like whatever you want to do. Like the price is 3630 right now. So if I want to trail my stop loss, book partial, that's up to you, but the system will tell you. Now there are few more things like this case, SIPLA. So it shows you over here that it's a gap up. The open price for SIPLA is open for the day for SIPLA is 548 rupees. Sorry, 541.8. My buy entry level was 541.4, which is basically below the open price. So if a stock is getting gap up open, then we will not go long into that stock because it's a gap up opening above our entry level. So this tracker will also tell you that the entry, the buy itself gets invalidated because your opening price is higher than your buy price basically. So that also helps you in terms of analyzing that what stock is above my buy entry level, the opening, or the opening was below my sell entry level, then I should not be trading those stocks basically. So this tracker every single minutes gets refreshed, and it helps in terms of identifying trades, identifying entries, and monitoring entry levels as well. Okay, let me just take a pause and take some question. Charts is again, Google chart gets automatically open from here. Question was basically how do we get stock charts, and so stock chart you can open from here. Balkrishna Industries automatically will get open into Google Finance. This link has been provided over here, but then along with this sheet, of course, we expect everyone to be working on their own trading terminals also. So when you see like this symbol over here, the signal is coming near sell. The expectation is that you will go into your terminal, open the Chola Finance chart. There is a specific chart setting which we also teach into the VLP program, which you need to follow. Okay, so in some cases, what will happen? The stock will be very volatile. It might already in such a way that it's sideways or something like that. We want to trade trending stocks, so we just make sure that on top of this tracker we have our chart setup also aligning with the trade. Then only we will be taking trades. So at times what happens is like the trade is coming on this Excel setup, but still I will not take the trade because the chart is telling something different, the live data is telling something different. I'll be going to cover that part as well into subsequent time basically. So just give me some more minutes and then I'll be covering. Recorded video, Ramesh, will be provided on YouTube, so don't worry about that. You can learn to build it, Anshul, while through joining the VLP program basically. Google Finance is of course a completely free source, so for building this tool there is no extra cost. For data also there is no extra cost. So yes, in Office you can definitely open this and you can manage. It's a completely online tracker. It's a browser. It's open right now into Google Chrome basically. So you can access it into the Office as well. There is no restriction. You will create this Google Sheet on Google Drive, and almost all people into offices have access of Google Drive. So there is no restrictions onto that. This Excel sheet you will be able to build, Pankaj, after building, after joining the VLP. Yes, it is possible to open in mobile as well. Google Drive is very well available on mobiles, all Android mobiles, and I'm sure that it's available on iOS as well. I do often use this sheet from my mobile as well, so you can definitely use it. Okay, let's move back onto the this presentation. Okay, so why you should be attending the VLP program? So this Excel sheet, I can there was another option in between. Someone asked me that I don't want to join your VLP program. Can you just give me subscription of this Excel sheet? And my answer is no, because to do professional trading, you need to have the end-to-end setup and the right mindset basically. So VLP is that thing which is going to offer you. So it will cover 3 key ingredients for trading success. One is solid knowledge of all the concepts which are required to do successful trading basically. It's not just, I said that there is no holy grail. There is no confirmed system which will give you all sort of, otherwise it would have been like, okay, let me just do some coding and create an algorithmic system which always keeps on making money for me. And it can be a good money minting machine for me, and I can sleep and I can be like enjoying my life. But that doesn't happen. People teach algo trading, lot of sophisticated high frequency trading softwares being used. Big houses, big investors, FIIs, DIIs, everyone is behind the market. But then only handful of people are making money. There is a reason for that. The reason is that stock market it has an intrinsic chaos within it. It doesn't work in any order. If it was systematic, anyone who is following that system would have been making a lot of money, but it's a little difficult job. So we need to know all the concepts which are needed, all the common sense concepts. Then we have most practical trading system in place, which you will get with the VLP. And on top of that, psychology plays a big role. You have been into the education system. All of you must have gone through schooling and colleges and all. So let's take a scenario. There is a school where there is a mathematics teacher who teaches like 50 students. The teacher is same, the technique is same, but each student learns on a different level. Why so? Because methods are always same, teacher is same, technique which he is using is same. Then why not all the students are learning at the same level? When exam happens, why people are getting different numbers, different marks? The reason is that every single person has his own learning curve and understanding. As a trader, you have to decide what works best for you. In VLP, we cover 4 different strategies and 4 different setup. The one which I told you right now is the intraday setup. I am going to cover few more things basically. We cover scalping also. We cover positional trading as well. So I'll be covering those things step by step. We are already like 40 minutes into the session. I got only 20 minutes, so I just need to be a little hurry. But then I will be covering those parts as well. After completion of VLP, each single person has to go into the right mindset to execute the knowledge. How do you get into the right mindset? You have to define for yourself what actually best suit for you. Am I a intraday trader? Am I a scalper? Or am I a positional trader? It depends on your mindset, your temperament, and of course your circumstances as well. So if you are doing full-time day job, it will be difficult to do intraday trading, but it will be a lot easier to do swing trading basically, because at office hours you can spend half an hour daily to analyze some really good trades, know the levels to trade, execute, place those orders and let them execute basically. So that's the most feasible way for you to do trading. We cover all these 4 aspects: intraday, scalp, and swing trading with 2 different setups for short term and for long term. I'll be covering those things. Then we have end-to-end proven strategies, tools, and tactics, a closed community of like-minded traders, and continuous guidance till you get it right. Okay, so that's my responsibility once you join the VLP program, that I will take you to that level where you are comfortable trading into the stock market and definitely able to make money as well. So that's the whole intent. If you're not able to make money, then there is no point at all. What does VLP offers? 4 days of training where you will be learning yourself through videos, content, text, PDFs, and some games. 1 day of online webinar for 7 hours, which is next Saturday basically. We will be starting from 12th in terms of content sharing over Telegram. On next Saturday, we'll be having the session. Concept wise, there is a big list of concepts which we cover basically. So you will be able to understand what is price action, volume, indicators, end of the day data analysis, how to get the limited set of stocks, how to identify entry levels, your risk, your rewards, calculating levels to trade. Then of course, how to analyze the index trends so that you can, like, if Nifty is going to go up, then I will be taking more long trades. If Nifty is going to go down, then I'll be taking more short trades. Then of course the chart setup which you need to make sure that you are following, we'll be covering that. Risk management, scalping setup, everything will be covered into the VLP basically. I'm going a little fast. Sorry about this because we have limited time. I really don't want to spend 2 hours of all of you to know all these things basically. Then of course, level 2 data analysis is what we are going to cover, which is basically in market depth, and that makes a lot of trade decisions, whether to take them or not to take them. Of course, I will be providing personal guidance for 15 days and then lifelong, of course, through our team group. One intraday trading strategy, which is basically on that Excel based, one scalp trading strategy, and two swing trading strategies will be covered. Time tested, proven strategies with the success rate, which has been mentioned over here. All the statistics are in place. I am following it from many years. Everyone who is learning can also follow. Guaranteed this much hit rate you will be able to get. The only thing which I need from a learner is to follow the rule book. Whatever has been taught needs to be followed 100%. And definitely the systems are profitable. The only problem which I face with lot many VLPNs basically that people, one loss, people become reckless. They would start taking so many wrong trades that again, like going off track, and then to bring them on back onto the right track is really, really difficult basically. And I always teach this thing that stop loss and losses are your best friends. Okay, because that is something which is saving your capital. If you don't have the stop loss, I'm not sure how many of you understand Hindi, but then somewhere I read this thing on some of the channel itself on Telegram, where a person mentioned that without trading, without having stop, without if you're trading without a stop loss, you are actually roaming around in market wearing a pajama which doesn't have its nada. Okay, so you know that what holds your pajama? It's that thread basically. And if you don't have that thread, only God can save you from becoming naked basically. So that's the problem. If you don't trade with stop loss, you are going into the market wearing a pajama which doesn't have the thread to hold it basically. So that's the analogy which I always prefer to tell everyone, that don't go into the market wearing a pajama which doesn't have the thread. So don't enter a trade which doesn't have the stop loss. So stop loss is always your best friend into the market, and losses which we are making are the cost of our business basically. We treat it as a business. Professional trading is a business. There is no business in the world where there are no costs associated. So cost will always be there. If you only count your brokerage, it's a peanuts. With all these discount brokers, brokerage is nothing. Where else is the cost? Take a laptop, open a demat account, start trading, make money. If you are making 100, it's your. If you are making 1,000, it's your money. There is no cost associated apart from your internet connection and brokerage. Then it's not a business basically. So every loss which I am making while trading is a cost for my business. The only thing which I need to make sure that cost is not exceeding the income. Cost must be always less than the income. That's what I need to make sure on a longer run. And that's where the system helps you basically. Okay, what you will get out of the VLP? I'll make sure that there is no negativity about the stock market after you complete the VLP. So there will be a different perspective to look about the stock market altogether. There are two type of people into the market you will get. Every entrant who is coming new to the market see the stock market as an opportunity to make money, easy money. Oh, let's make a lot of money. And then on top of that, I call something beginner's luck. What happens is, like, people are actually beginners and they will start and then they will make profits in some of the trades. That is beginner's luck. They feel that, oh, it's so easy to make money into the stock market. Come a complete list of loss making trades. What happens is, like, after that, there is a period where people will make smaller profits and bigger losses. 3 days profit, fourth day, all 3 days profit is gone. And many of you might be able to relate it with yourself, your own experience as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, I'm making some profits. I gain some confidence. Fifth day, everything is gone. That happens. You can echo even in the message box as well if anyone would agree with me. So that happens. And after that, there is another stage where person want to recover his losses. So he goes into a reckless manner with even bigger trades, even more bigger trades. They would ask for some money from friends or from banks or take the loans and all those things to recover this loss. It doesn't happen because the stock market needs your right mindset up front. If you are coming to earn money, you will never be able to. If you are coming to make right trades, you will make hell lot of money. So target is to make every single trade as a right trade. Money is a byproduct. It will come automatically in your trading account. Only your decision needs to be right. So no negativity about the stock market. Awareness about the stock market, of course, how things works is part of VLP. Discipline is something which I will definitely focus on a lot. So not breaking the rules and confidence to trade. If you see the sheet which I was showing you, this was the sheet. If I am sitting and if I'm making trades, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades are successful trades. I'm not making a lot of money with 25,000 rupees, but let's just try to sum it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It makes 2,000 rupees approximately, which is around 7-8% of your capital in a day. It is astronomically high reward. May or may not happen every day. We do make loss making days as well. I am not like God. So I also make losses, but I make sure that at the end of week, I am in profits. At the end of month, I am in profits. On an average, we target around 10% monthly return on capital. So if you are trading with 25,000 rupees, for entire month's hard work, you can expect 2,500 minimum, which seems very less. Why to do all this hard work for 2,500 rupees for the entire month? But when you cumulatively add it up, you will see that this is an astronomical return. 10% per month is 120% per year. No other investment instrument in the planet will give you this much of return. And it is a perfectly achievable target. Only thing is we need to be level-headed, apply the common sense, make the right decisions. When we are wrong, gracefully accepting that wrong thing and exiting from those trades and look for a better opportunity. Keep on doing this thing. With 25,000 rupees, you will be able to purchase a lot of future as well. Some of the stocks will take less than 25,000 rupees to trade a lot. You take a long trade or you take a short trade in a futures with a complete lot of say 500 shares or 700 shares or 1,000 shares. You take a lot, one single loss will wipe out 5,000 rupees on an average. If you are trading in futures, you will be down by 25% of your capital or 20% of your capital if you are trading with 25,000 rupees account. It is extremely difficult to recover that money from the market. The more you lose, the more it gets difficult. So losses needs to be small enough which can be easily recovered next time. And that is what VLP basically covers. We will restrict you by system, by rules and regulations in terms of not to be able to make huge losses. If you are making losses bigger than your profits, then you are fundamentally wrong. So this system will restrict you that you are not making losses bigger than your profits. So this was intraday. Then we have for the people who are actually working and can't spend a lot of time during the intraday trades, we have two swing trading setups, which basically charting.com is a free website on which you can build your scanner. I'm not going to show you this scanner, what are the parameters and all. I'm not going to show those things. Those are part of VLP. But as on today, I am running this particular scanner. So this is the output of swing short candidate for upcoming days. where you can do short trading basically. So there are 4 candidates in futures and options. We can't short in cash market. So this will give you only futures and options trades. I am against trading in options. Futures, if you have a capital of 5 lakh, 6 lakh rupees, you can trade in futures and you can do short. Else, in the cash market, only trade long. So this is the second setup which I am talking about, which will be part of VLP, where you will be learning how to do swing trading. If you see, the scanner is giving you four trades right now, 4 candidates which you can analyze. Okay, Bell is the first one. Let's go onto the chart and open Bell chart. That scanner automatically, intelligently gives you some good trades. Okay, so this is Bell. Okay, just give me 1 second. Let me set the scale appropriately and I will explain you what the scanner has done for me. So if you see over here, Bell is right now in a downtrend. Stock is going down in a downtrend approximately from 144 levels to currently it's trading around 118. From past almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, basically, it is in the downtrend, almost more than a month. And if you see, there is a supply zone over here. Okay, so price has came down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times prices came to these levels and then went back again towards downside. Again, there is a bullishness happening. The stock is at the upper side of its downtrend channel basically right now. No need to go into all these details. It is a step-by-step process which I'll be teaching into VLP. But as of now, I'm just giving you one example which comes on the scanner. You run it in the evening every single day. Few probable candidates to do trades. If you see right now, there is a trend line. I have placed it all because I don't want to spend time during these sessions. This was already done. But if you see, I can have a really good risk to reward ratio trade over here. Let me try to draw a short position. So I would like to go short below this candle, last candle's low at this point, 118.65, and I would like to put my stop loss just above previous day's candle and would like to go with 1:2 risk to reward ratio approximately over here. This one. Okay. So my entry would be 118.65, my stop loss would be 122.3, and my target would be 108.5. Approximately 3 to 5 days, can go up to 10 days as well. And this will be my swing trade. That's the effort which will be needed. Once you are little more, practice little more the technique, you will be able to identify really good trends. And you can trade with smaller quantities to gain the confidence, and then of course you can trade big as well. In this case, it is a short entry in a futures and options stock. You cannot short in cash. Either you need to short a futures lot, or you need to short, or you need to buy a put option basically. Either ways, there can be a trade made. This is just an example for education. Let me just go back and check if I am getting anything long. So for long, there is no candidate as for the Friday's data. And then if you see, this is the short, this is setup second. Trade between 5 days up till 20 days. So this is a little longer period which we are talking about. There are 17 candidates for short entries. One of them is Tata Motors. And if you see, all of these stocks were bullish yesterday. And we are talking about short entries. Let me just open Tata Motors for all of you. Let's just see how the Tata Motors chart is looking. Okay, so if you see, Tata Motors is in downtrend from quite some time, almost more than 2 months, 3 months almost. It's in downtrend, landed from almost 440 levels to sub 300 levels, and now again going a little bit upwards. Okay, that scanner is smart enough to identify a stock which is bullish from few days and in a downtrend from quite some time. Okay, let me just give me 1 second. Somehow my this setting is not. Now, if you see what is happening with Tata Motors, 3 bullish candles over here, the price has been rejected at the very same level where it has tried once and twice earlier. So twice the price has came into this zone. This is a supply zone over here, and stock is into the downtrend. Of course, we can track and check the next bearish candle. I would be confident to short Tata Motors. Let the selling come. This is a bullish candle. I'll not short at present, though the scanner is giving me, but let's wait for another day. If there is a bearish candle, we can definitely short Tata Motors, and it would look something like this. A short position, let's take an example below this candle with a stop loss just above this candle, and again approximately 1:2 risk to reward ratio. So 277 would be the target for me. I need a confirmation of bearishness. If this trend line is being broken and stock moves above this supply zone, then my short entry will be negated. Basically, it will not be valid. And same goes on with rest 17 stocks. We can do quick 5-10 minute analysis for each, and approximately it will take 1 hour to identify good short entries. Let's take if something is appearing on my buy level as well. Just give me 1 second. Just confirm that you are still able to see my screen. Anyone please confirm once. Thank you. And for bullish swing, we are getting IndusInd Bank. Let's just try to open the IndusInd Bank as well. These are all as on today. Okay. So if you see, IndusInd is into a confirm uptrend. For a uptrend stock, I would look for a long entry, which is my scanner is also telling. And if you see over here, this trend line has been coming right from almost February 2018. This particular price level was in a strong resistance zone where the price came, hit, and then reversed twice, third time, fourth time, fifth time. It has tested this particular trend line, and then ultimately it broke. When it broke, what happened is basically the resistance becomes support now. So it has tested this support once, twice, thrice, 4 times almost, and fifth time it is actually testing this support level. Next bullish candle, and I will be long for IndusInd Bank with again 1:2 risk to reward ratio. Always this is minimum risk to reward ratio. If you see over here, somewhere around 1900 and 1890 would be some my long entry with target of 1950, which is again below the previous swing high. This is the previous swing high, and from here the price declined basically. So here there is some supply. We will be booking our profits even before we are actually hitting the previous swing high. And of course there is a controlled risk over here, which is with the stop loss 1877 or 78 level, which is below the trend line. If the price closes below this, I will be exiting with my booking my losses. So this is the only candidate right now which is on the bullish side on our 4 of the scanners. So 2 scanners were for short and 2 scanners were for long. So this is the only long candidate as of now. And if you see Nifty as well, for next couple of weeks, it is actually reaching to its supply zone from previous. So 1, 2, 3 times it has been tested. It is into the resistance zone right now basically. To move further onto uptrend, Nifty might need to kind of push above this particular zone, then and then only I'll be more confident to go long. Otherwise, likely that it will again come back and test this previous trend line, which has been tested like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times earlier. So this is the channel right now. It's a triangle, and there is a retracement possible before we go up. I may or may not be correct, because as of now there are a couple of bullish candles, 3 bullish candles have been made already. So I would like to have a confirmation with a bearish candle that yes, there is a downtrend going on. And if that happens, I will be along with Nifty trading for next 5 to 7 trading days, with more of my short entries than the long ones basically. If the trend continues, if this supply zone is breached, then definitely we will be more inclined with the long trades, long trades basically. So these are the swing setups, couple of swing setups, and then of course we have the scalp setup as well, which I will not be able to cover because scalping is completely live market thing. We always have measurable targets to achieve in terms of our profits, and make sure that there is a consistent profits coming basically. So VLP is all about this, and of course making it big, but starting with small. That is something I always emphasize on. I will be sharing one more thing which I always share with the VLP team members basically. So this is traders advancement plan with which I recommend everyone to get started with. No matter, I don't care if you are having 20 lakh rupees in your trading account. If you are coming for VLP, if you want to learn and adapt to this setup, you will start with as little as 25,000, even lesser. I'll be absolutely fine. If you are having 25,000 rupees today in your trading account and you want to start with VLP, single day, if your loss is exceeding 250 rupees, you will stop trading for that day. And in a week, I need minimum 625 rupees profit to get to you onto the next level. If you are reaching to the beginners level 2, then you will be adding 15,000 rupees, and then you will be trading with 40,000 rupees capital. You will do for 2 weeks and make 1,000 rupees per week with this 40,000 rupees capital. It looks very small, but it is astronomical, guys. 90% of traders can't do this. Take 40,000 rupees, show me 1,000 rupees profit per week, 5 trading days. If you are able to achieve that, you actually, for 2 consecutive weeks, you actually reach to the level 3. So this is total 16 weeks, 4 months plan. Once you are on level 8, you don't need me. You don't need anyone basically to trade. You got it, and you can make it as big as you want to be. Always trading in cash markets, I don't recommend in futures and options to get start with. Adapt the setup. Once you are comfortable, confident, you can reach out to. Guys, I am back. Sorry, it was a problem at my end. Just give me a confirmation that you are able to hear me now. I am sharing my screen in a minute. Thank you. Sharing full screen now. Okay, so coming back onto the schedule, let's just finish in next 5 minutes. I'll not be taking more time from you guys. 12th, we will be starting. 15th, up till 15th, you will be getting self-learning sessions. 16th June, it will be an online webinar, 1 to 8 p.m. And for registration, you can just ping me on @the_market_crux or WhatsApp on 7709010537. And the fee for entire program is with 30% discount. This time we are offering the VLP program in 7,000 rupees. I'll ensure that you get maximum value out of the fee which you are paying. So satisfaction is guaranteed. That is given. Any questions you can ask now about the VLP program? My fees is basically, again, I could have offered this entire thing free of cost. I don't want to, because people don't value free things first. The second thing is that I'll be spending efforts, time, and of course the knowledge to bring seriousness from all the attendees. I would definitely like to involve some commercials included into this. Uh, Offline is, Naresh, you can do this training through recorded sessions as well, which is quite a many people do. At your comfort, you can do. You join the VLP, the webinar will be recorded for VLP and it will be available for everyone for lifetime access. As many times as you want, you can watch the videos to learn the concepts. And then, of course, yes, case one, it will work for commodities. I will not give you an Excel sheet like this one, but you have to build yourself through the free data sources. We don't ask any extra fee. Entire Excel setup, the data sources, the reports which are needed to compile that information and identify good trading stocks is free of cost. The only fee which you will be paying is for your learning, and that is 7,000 rupees. We don't recommend any commercial softwares which are expensive or less expensive or whatever. We don't recommend any data feeds. Everything is free of cost. You don't need really paid software. Your trading terminal, be it Zerodha, be it Kotak, be it ICICI, your trading terminal is good enough tool to trade basically. You don't need to pay for data for tools. Guidance will be provided in PDF format, Ramesh, no problem at all. Step-by-step guidance and step-by-step video. So in my next week's session, I will be building this Excel from a blank sheet. So you will have the video with you. You just watch the video, build your own Excel. I don't want to give anyone a cooked fish. You need to learn how to fishing basically. To be a successful trader, you need to make your hands dirty. Yes, you can pay through your credit card as well, no problem. This is a lifetime fees. This fees is for learning. There is no paid subscription. We don't give tips. We don't sell any of the advisories basically. You will be part of the VLP team for lifetime. You can access the course material and the videos as many times as you wish. Sorry, Ramesh, this is already 30% discount. I will not be offer any more discount on this. This is a very, very reasonable fee. I don't, people are selling like 20,000, 30,000 rupees are charged, have been charged for something which is already available on YouTube. This is completely built by me ground up. So I have like my heart and my soul into this. Can't really offer anything more than this. 7,000 rupees is as good as losing one futures trade basically. Shankar, you will be getting more than enough technical analysis details with VLP. Okay, we don't need to be a master basically to make money. Whatever is bare minimum needed in terms of chart patterns, candlesticks, how to read charts, moving averages, indicators, everything I will cover in VLP. Don't worry about that. But I don't really want to tell you what is A, B, C, D. That is being shared on Telegram in self-learning mode. I want to spend my time on the core setup which makes money basically. You can very well go on YouTube and watch quality stuff there in terms of the theoretical knowledge which is needed. Santosh, we don't offer any classroom trainings so far. I don't have the infrastructure. I feel much more comfortable on the live trading, online trainings. We can definitely meet, no problem at all. But I will not be able to offer training sitting next to me basically. If there are no more questions, I will be spending only 1 more minute. If there is any question, please ask. If there are no more questions, we will conclude this session. You can definitely reach out to me with any additional queries. I have all these things into written form as well. If you want, I can share some text material also. Registrations are open. We will be closing the registrations by 11th end of the day. We will start with the sessions on 12th over Telegram basically. Great. Thank you all for your time. And I really enjoyed the session. I hope that you also enjoyed the session. Let's bring ourselves on to the next level. I would be hoping that you make a decision. Either ways, it's again completely voluntary to join the VLP program. But my humble request with all of you is basically please join some really good tried and tested course and learn yourself if you want to really make money out of the stock market. Without learning, don't trade. It is really difficult to make money if you don't learn basically, because it's as good as riding a bicycle without learning it, or um, maybe flying a aeroplane without learning how to fly it basically. So it's more likely chances will be much more to get failed rather than get succeeded basically. So learn, not necessarily from me, but definitely learn from somewhere actually. Thank you. I will be concluding, and then of course you will get the recording of this session. Let me share the recording link once I upload it on YouTube. Thanks all for joining, and thanks all for your time during the weekend. Have a really great weekend and a good Sunday, and then of course coming week as well. Thanks all for joining. Logging off now. Thank you.